Hello and welcome, everyone. Sorry, we just always have a bit of a giggle before we come on live. But hello and welcome to this week's show where we're going to be talking about consciously creating your reality. I'm Natasha Harris.
And I'm Lucy Brand, and we've co-created the Circle of Light movement because we want to create a movement on this planet in a new paradigm. Yes. And if you want to join us, then that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm just going to share this to a few different places so we can just get a few people watching and watching the replay. If you're watching us live, then come and interact with us and enjoy the conversation. We always love to have a conversation. If you're watching the replay, type #replay. And yeah, let us know your thoughts about consciously creating your own reality. So I'm just going to hand over to Lucy for a moment.
Yes, this is a really juicy topic and one that's been coming up for us this week, actually, like with clients and just with ourselves as well. So we really want to speak into it because of everything that's going on at the moment. It can be quite challenging sometimes to be conscious about what you're doing because you might want to be on autopilot. You might not want to be feeling the feelings because it might be a bit challenging for you at the moment. So we just want to speak into that a little bit and talk about why it is really good, because you're always you're always creating your own reality. You're a powerful creator, and the law of attraction never stops working. Like, it's always on. So you're always attracting. So it would be better to consciously create what you want rather than unconsciously creating what you don't want.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We are powerful creators and manifestors of our own experience. And if we're creating something we don't want, we have to take some responsibility for that. It took me a while to get my head around that. It's like, a bunch of stuff that I don't want turning up, and I have to take responsibility of that. That's up to me. I was like, that took me a while to get my head around. But oh boy, when I really realized the power of that, then it really did change everything. Because if I'm creating what I don't want, I can just as easily create what I do want if I bring a bit of conscious awareness into it. So I can see a few people jumping on. Say hi, let us know where you're watching from. We've been seeing people from all over the globe come join us, so please do let us know where you are, and yeah, join the conversation.
Exactly. So one of the first things that we need to focus on, we'll look at really, is what it is you want to create, like clarity around what it is you want to create, because that is so important. And it may seem like a really simple step, but so many people that I speak to don't actually know what they want. But also with everything that's been going on for the last years or so, what you want might have changed. Like, it really might have changed, because every single one of us on this planet has gone through a massive up level. We've gone from the old paradigm, the Piscean age, to the new paradigm, age of Aquarius, which we're in right now. And so everyone has been through transition on planet Earth in the last year and a half. So what you wanted, even what you wanted 4 months ago, might not be the same now. So if you can really take some time out, like 20 minutes or something, and really just feel into it. What is it you want? What does this new version of you, which was the new moon in Aquarius last Thursday, does this new version of you want? What new reality do you want to create for yourself? Because this is the time to do it. This is the perfect time. We are reinventing ourselves as we talk.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about, bringing in the new earth and the new paradigm. We get to create that, but we have to do it consciously. If we just muddle our way through, then we'll just create a bunch of stuff and go, how did we get here? I often talk to people, it's like, what do you really truly want? And like, what do you want more of? How do you want to show up in that? How do you want to be in that? How do you want to respond to that? Not everything in this last year has been within our control, as in, like, there is stuff going on around us, but there is still so much that is in our control on a day-to-day basis. And so what do you want to do with the stuff that you really do have control in doing? Like, how do you want to show up? What do you want to create? How do you want to feel, be, and what do you want to do? So what do you want more of? I think that's really important. Life's not happening to us. We are all in this together and we are all co-creating it. So how do you want to show up within that?
And also on the back of that, I feel it's like, what do you want to make a priority? What do you want to give your time to? And what are you giving your time to? If you're spending a lot of time in fear, lack, and worry, then guess what's going to show up for you? More of that. That's like the basics of law of attraction. Whereas if you can make the conscious decision that you're going to focus on the things that bring you joy, the things that bring you love, the things that make you feel abundant, then law of attraction, you're going to attract more of that to you. And I know that it can be challenging at times, but it really is as simple as making that decision. It really is.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really is such a powerful way to show up each day, to really recognizing what we want to do. You know, whatever we give energy to is what we create. That's how it works. So if we want more freedom in our experience, we have to start creating more freedom in our experience right now. It's not like when the new paradigm and when all this stuff has sorted itself out, then I'll go and do what I want. It's like, how do you start to do that now? How do you start to take action so that you can show yourself and commit to yourself that you are serious about the changes you want to bring about in your life? Committing to yourself first and foremost. This is what's so important. We're not doing it for everyone else. We are doing it for ourselves, and you need to commit to doing it for yourself and showing up in that time and time and time again with that energy of what you want to create.
And I think now's the best time to do it, because everything is like, it's almost, for me, it's almost as if there's a load of papers and you've thrown them up in the air, and you get to choose how they land. You get to choose how they fall. And I think everyone's doing that. So it really is an opportunity to reinvent yourself and do it now, because then when whatever the world's going to look like on the other side of this, if you know you have that vision, you have that goal that you're working towards, that vision that you're working towards, you'll have already put momentum behind it, because you've already put things in place. You've already got crystal clear on it. So if anything comes in further, or if anything else happens outside of your control, you can be like, well, is that getting me towards my goal? Or is that actually taking me more down this road of fear, anxiety, and worry? It's like, well, no, that's consciously, I don't want to go down that road. I want to head towards this one. So you just redirect again. And it's really important to know what your mountain is, even if it's not, it doesn't have to be 5-10 years in the future. It could literally be like next month. Like, how do you want to show up next month? What do you want to achieve? How do you want to feel by next month? You could just do it like that. But it's so much easier to course correct if you've got your intentions set and if you've got your goal in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea of course correcting it. It's never about throwing it all out and starting again. It's like, well, what tweak can I make to this? What can I do differently? How can I show up a little bit differently and keep going? You know, and I know this is the same for Lucy, you know, working with my own clients, you know, the powerful changes they're creating because they are stepping up and they are using this time as an opportunity to really be consciously creating what they want in their life. But not only are they doing it for themselves, you know, consciousness is shifting so rapidly right now that as you step into consciously creating for the new world, you feed that energy into like universal grid, in the universal matrix, into the universal energy source, and you contribute to that. And so not only are you doing it for yourself, you are doing it for all humanity. You're doing it for the planet. You're doing this for everyone. So it is not only, you know, yes, do this for yourself for sure, but know that also a byproduct of doing that and doing what you want to do and creating it now, not waiting, is that you are actually contributing to this speeding up of consciousness. We will get there more rapidly. So we need you right now to step up and really consciously create what you want to do, because you are contributing to that speeding up, that momentum that Lucy just mentioned of gathering pace. If you step out and consciously choose, because non-action is a choice, quote, you know, really is. Non-action is a choice. You are choosing not to participate in that and delay it. So you have to take some responsibility of that. If you choose that, that's cool. That's no problem at all. But we want to support you in helping you to gather that momentum, contribute to that momentum, so we can move through this really transitional, tricky time much, much quicker. And we can, get there, and we can all be a part of this beautiful change that is coming.
Exactly. And it's also about just taking baby steps. So it could even be as simple as choosing what you're going to eat for dinner, and consciously choosing that. Is that the nicest organic meal that you can possibly make yourself that's really nutritious, or is it a takeout? And it's just it can be as simple as that, just little tweaks, just to course correct, depending on what your goal is. And also it allows you to stay in your own lane. So our live last week was on competition, particularly women being pitted against each other. So I really want to bring it back to this as well. When you consciously create your own reality, this helps as well to not get distracted by anyone else's stuff, or by how far anyone else is along the road, because you're just as I've said before, you're so unique. You are so unique. There isn't another yoni like yours in the world. You're so unique. So if you take that, your desires are going to be unique, your passions are going to be unique, your gifts, your offerings are going to be unique. So when you consciously create and head towards your goal, the competition, there isn't even competition, but other people just don't even factor into that, because it's just is that where I want to go? No. Okay, course correct. Is that where I want to go? Is that where I'm heading? Yes. Okay. You're not even looking at other people, because you're so focused, and we know what you focus on expands. So that's why it's really imperative, really, that you have a mountain that gets you excited, that gets you all juicy, and you're yes, I want to do this. And you don't have to worry about the how. The how will come later, as long as you take that first step, as long as you take action. Is that exactly what you were going to say, Natasha?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking the how. We didn't know how on earth we were going to create the circle of light movement, and it is just been evolving, and just we had no idea how. We took the steps, the how kind of became clear. We made a start. We started to do something, it's gathering momentum, and the how just keeps revealing itself with each step we take. With each moment we take a small step under making a decision, a conscious decision about where we want to go. We know our focus with this movement is about bringing people along for the journey of consciously creating what they want in all walks of life, through them, not just career, but health and well-being, relationships, romantic, be that romantic, be that personal, be that with colleagues, etc. This is how we change the world. It's bringing in the consciousness of it. And just to say, around these small steps, there's no race. There really is no race. There's no competition, as Lucy talked into, but there's also no race. It's we don't have to get there in the quickest route possible. We have to get there in the most conscious way possible,
and enjoyable.
Make it fun. Totally. The more fun you have, the easier it is, the more playful it is, the more light it is, and the quicker we build that momentum. Because if we're doing what's fun, we want to do more of it. If we're doing what's hard work, what's tricky, what's it's oh, that's just sucking the life out of me, we won't want to do it, and we would do it slower. So we want to infuse that absolute fun. But there really isn't a race. There's no rush. It's if we all take a small step, think about how many people around the world are working towards, consciously creating. There's a lot of people. If we all do our little part, we don't have to take on the responsibility of all that. The momentum gathers not only for ourselves, but, as I was talking about, for all humanity.
Exactly. And it's just so, when you consciously create your reality, like Natasha said, you're doing it for everyone. You're really doing it for everyone, because when you do consciously create, you only do it for the highest good of yourself. When you do bring your consciousness to your choices, you tend to do it for the highest good of yourself, because it's not on autopilot. It's not part of an old pattern, an old belief, an old story that you're playing out. Like I said, we're letting go of that. That's what the new moon was about last week. So it's about creating, what do you want to create now, and stepping into that. So I think if we were going to go back to like maybe some points, the points of it, the first one is definitely clarity.
Yeah.
What is it that you want? What's your mountain? What are you heading towards?
Yeah, absolutely. And taking action, small steps, doing something different. How are you showing up a day? What are you eating? What are the small choices that you can make that put you in control of where you're going consciously? What are you consciously choosing? I ask myself like an infinite number of times a day, do I choose this? Is this what I want to do? Is this how I want to show up? And, might get it wrong, might have to come back and go course correct and tweak it and change it. But take small steps and take action that is more aligned to your conscious choices that you're making. So that is also something to consider.
Yeah, definitely. And like Natasha said, check in several times a day. Like I mentioned before, like I'm now when I hang the washing out, I do it very consciously. It's like a moment of meditation for me. It's something that I used to hate. I used to leave to my husband to do, but now I really enjoy doing it, because it's, especially in lockdown, it's about finding those moments, like those little pleasures. Because currently I feel that I can't do what I would normally do, like go and see my masseuse and things like that. I can walk in nature, but it's like finding those little things in the everyday. And I think lockdown is a great opportunity to do that, because when else are you going to have to make the washing up enjoyable?
Yes.
Because you don't have an alternative.
Yeah. So making these small things that we have, the other thing that we really do have control about is how we show up to something. If we feel resentful, angry, fearful about this whole situation, that is how we're choosing to show up to it. If we choose to show up to this situation in a way that we want to consciously create and contribute towards something different, we have to take that action. We really, really do. So this really is a call for you to now really reevaluate, what is it that you're doing? How are you showing up? What are you choosing powerfully to contribute to or not contribute to? And what do you want to change on that?
Exactly. And I think also it's also like, who are you speaking to? Who are you hanging out with? Who are you, where are you reading? What are you reading? All those different things. Like, it's really, really, you can be conscious about that as well. Not just choosing a habit from before. Like, whose email newsletters do you receive? Are they inspiring? Do they uplift you? Do they help you to grow? Or do they whine and moan? Because the whining and the moaning and the blaming is very low vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really am very much consciously choosing who I hang out with, who I spend time with at the moment, who raises my vibration, who makes me feel light. Lucy's definitely one of those people who makes me feel like I'm having loads of fun in my life and really co-creating something. So, talking about, what are we listening to? What are we wearing? Just simple things about, getting up and getting dressed in the morning. I was talking to a client today. I enjoy getting up and putting my makeup on and putting my jewelry on, even though I'm not going out and doing anything, because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to put on a bit of nice jewelry that, which necklace do I want to wear today? And it's really about making those choices in the smallest way that we can. They really don't have to be big gestures. So come and join our newsletter. Lucy was just saying about newsletters, come and join our newsletter, come and join the movement, come and hang out with a like-minded community of people that really want to support you in your own growth, in your own reality of creating what you want to do. And you can do that by joining our newsletter. You can join that by you come join us by joining our monthly membership, which is starting in April. We are taking memberships already ready for that. So if that is of interest, there is going to be loads in that monthly membership. And we are going to be coming on with Facebook Lives. We're going to be doing live channeling. We're going to be doing meditations using the Akashic Records. We're going to be, what else are we going to be doing in that? We're going to have expert chit chats and conversations with people so that you can get to hear from other experts on a monthly basis. What else, Lucy?
Well, I was also going to say, just to add to your previous point, that although we have fun and stuff, we still keep it raw and real. That's the thing. Like, so we don't sugarcoat the stuff that's not great, but we acknowledge it, and then we bring the light to it, which is what you need to do in order to move forward. You don't want to stuff it down or hide it under the carpet, but like you do, it does need to come up. So that, but then bring the light to it, bring lightness, bring joy to it, and then it will heal so much quicker. But yeah, the space that we're creating with the membership, like that will be it. They'll be come out and hang in a high vibe area where people want to grow, where people want to dance in the light. They're not going to shy away from what's going on, but will help you have the tools and the resources to be able to deal with whatever challenges come up for you. Yeah. And like Natasha said, we will be doing live channelings, live clearings, energy clearings, meditations. We'll also be themes, monthly themes. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. We'll have action. We'll give you maybe questions or action steps to take to keep you moving, moving forward, but at your own pace. Like, that's the beautiful thing about a monthly membership. If you've got a lot going on that week or that month, then that's cool. Like, just dip in and out when you can. But if you're really going for it and you've got the time, then you can show up, because we'll be there. And the thing is, you get access to me and Natasha. That's the both of us for a really crazy monthly price. Like, the early bird offer is amazing. So yeah, like it's we've done this because it's a really no-brainer basically, but we really want to create a movement. This is like, and Natasha and I, when we come together, you'll see some testimonials on our website if you want to head there, www.circleoflightmovement.com. The testimonials on there, just when Natasha and I come together. Oh yeah, thank you. when Natasha and I come together and co-create something or deliver something, it's just so much more powerful, because I come from my side with my light language and my shamanic practices and trainings, healings, and then Natasha comes in with the Akashic records, and recently the Palladians, I feel. So it's like, it's so much, and we both channel from source as well. So it's just so amazing. Hi, Michelle.
Oh, hi, Michelle.
Want to hang out with you too? Yeah. Totally. I think that's it as well. Natasha and I, we are very high vibe, like we know what our goals are. We're very clear about that in our personal lives, but also in Circle of Light movement. And so yeah, we want to create a movement, and the membership is the easiest way of doing that around the globe. Yay! So yeah, if you are interested in the membership, then in the description there is a form to sign up. Like, there's a link to the way you can sign up to be notified about it. And yes, thank you. And head over to our website. I think
so as Lucy alluded to, there is a crazy offer for early birds. To the first 33 people for the first 6 months of the membership is going to be just £33 for the entire 6 months for the first 33 people that sign up. And there's going to be lifetime membership prices. So when you sign up, your price will be what you get for the lifetime of your membership. So we are really super excited. If it's something of interest, head over to our website. Come and ask us some questions. Come and ask us about it. We'd be delighted to have a conversation about it as well. But if you know this is for you, you need some support, ongoing support with a community of amazing, like-minded people, then please head over to the website and just sign up there. We will tell you when the membership is open so you can come along and pay. So thanks for watching. This has been great. Loving these conversations. And there will be plenty more of these in our monthly membership.
And we shall see you next Friday at 12 o'clock for another conversation. Have a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world. And we shall see you soon. Bye.
Bye now.